Step into the Incense and Whiskey sanctuary with mindfulness enthusiasts and verified whiskey lovers, Mecca and Ashley, as they discuss all the random topics they love, from mindfulness to memes. This is Ashley.
And this is Mecca.
Welcome to the Incense and Whiskey sanctuary. Sanctuary.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Mecca.
What's going on?
It is a lovely day in Chicago. We've been having some really rainy, partly cloudy days, so it's nice to see some sunshine. What's going on with you?
Just working and doing what I do, working and well, not overly working, but working and enjoying the balance, I should say.
Oh, okay, so you are moderately booked and busy.
I'm booked and balanced.
Booked and balanced. I like it.
Yeah, that's
So in between your work things, what are you into these days? Let's have a check-in.
what am I into? Well, let's see. I've probably been reading way more health books than I've ever before. And it just kind of went down like a little spiral. So it started with this book that I have been reading for a while called Younger Next Year. And it's a pretty old read. It was like created by this doctor and his lawyer, like basically two old white men. And it was about how to do things in your everyday life that assures that you have a longer, vibrant life. Meaning you're not like on a walker or you're having a hard time, falling and breaking bones. Like, what are the things that we can do now that prevent some of the things that happens as people get older? Because we all,
okay.
They're 70, they're this age, that's supposed to happen. Actually, it's not. We're not supposed to always have a bunch of hip replacements and knee replacements and all the things. So, I don't know. I've been just kind of going down a rabbit hole.
Any big takeaways from that have stuck out to you?
Yeah. Okay. So some of them are not just like medical and health. Some of them are just like, in good company. And in good company means the people that you surround yourself with, the conversations that are being had, making sure that you have in good company on a regular basis. And it's not just like a birthday thing or every now and then thing. And then also laughing a lot. Move every day. It doesn't necessarily need to be a workout move every day, but some type of movement every day. There's a ton in here. I mean, it's over. So his 7 rules are exercise 6 days a week for the rest of your life. And that exercise could just mean, walking outside or, instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Do aerobic exercises so really he's saying exercise 4 days a week, because do serious aerobic exercises 4 days a week for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Do serious strength training with weights for 2 days for the rest of your life. Spend less than you make. Quit eating crap. Care about yourself and others. Connect and commit. That's very general, and they go further than that. And I know a lot of it's like heavy movement. And that movement can actually be easy. It doesn't have to be. I mean, I think I'm going longer than I want to on this book, but it's all these different tips that he gives you on living a longer life. Of course, there's other things that you can do. Minding your own business, staying in your lane, not needing to be everything to everybody. Those are all things that kind of keep you younger
Yeah. Well, it sounds, I mean, definitely minding your business. I can see keeping you younger, but it definitely sounds like it's a good summary of, all of the things that we know in one place. So that's really good. I'm excited about a book that I am looking to start today, actually. It's called How the Body Knows Its Mind: The Surprising Power of the Physical Environment to Influence How You Think and Feel.
Mm, that sounds
So
good.
I'm excited.
That's almost like,
Yeah,
sounds like this book, Your Body Keeps Score or something like that.
I thought of The Body Keeps the Score when I saw the title and summary of this book. And so I really thought it was interesting how the book is supposed to focus on our physical environment and how the way we move affects our thoughts, our decisions, our preferences. There's a concept called embodied cognition by the author. And I think it's Sian Beilock is the name, Beilock, for anyone interested in checking it out. But I definitely think that it's going to be a really good read on trying to understand the mind and the connectivity, the mind body connection, and how our physical environment is a factor in that.
Okay.
Yeah. Some other things that I'm into, Mecca, I gotta tell you about. So do you ever experience when you're stressed, like changes in your body chemistry? Like I have stress sweat. Do you experience that?
In the airport.
In the airport? Does that stress you out?
If I'm running late, yeah.
Okay, so I get stress sweat and I can tell when it's happening. So a couple of days ago, I tried an underarm detox. Have you ever heard of this?
Girl, no.
It's essentially a face mask. It's probably one of those situations where you could use anything. You don't have to use a specific underarm detox, but it's essentially a charcoal mask that you can apply to your underarms to help kind of detox the situation and neutralize things.
From now,
I think it's probably detoxing from whatever stress chemicals I'm releasing that's making my my sweat smell different than normal or whatever. But that's how I know I'm like really stressed. I have certain key indicators, and that's one of them. So it's effective. It's effective. It did reset the situation. So I would recommend it.
what is it, like a
It's like
tape, or is it like a?
it's a paste. It's like a charcoal mask that you would apply to your face. Not like a sheet mask, but like a paste. And then you let it sit for 5 minutes. I usually put it on while I'm getting ready for the shower, then wash it on off.
Underarm detox. Okay.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
That sounds interesting. I think one time we talked about using natural products, and I was saying that some natural products do not work with certain levels of stress. So
That's true.
maybe the detox mask does something different.
Well, I definitely think it aided in the situation because I do use natural deodorant. So it helped.
That's
for sure.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think something like that would have to happen to prompt me to want to use it, I guess.
For sure.
I know a lot of people use underarm care because they want their underarm to be the same color as the rest of their body, because sometimes the underarm can be a little darker.
Is that the name of the product, Underarm Care?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, just like generally.
Yeah, like, like some, I noticed that there's a lot of products that lighten that area up.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they had like detox. So there you go. I learned something new.
Something new today.
Speaking of that, I started like, I guess we're kind of like on this wavelength, because I started like reading more about, so not only just like what are the things that people can do right now in their current state to live a full life physically, right? It's one thing to be
Hmm.
like, the one thing I would say is the internet allows you to be lazy because you don't have to, all you have to do is have like a great voice and maybe from the top up look okay. And sometimes you don't have to look good from the top up. People just answer
Oh,
their voice. So people, if we're getting out of, just the internet world and actually like living in the world in your body, then I feel like there's things that people can do to like live a full life as opposed to like, there's this issue with the ankles, the knees, the face, all the things. So I was reading that one book, but then I also am finishing up this other book called it's like how to be your own medical intuitive, and it's like really listening into your body, um, and really figuring out what's going on with your body outside of like Western medicine.
mm-hmm.
So I think that's pretty cool because I mean everybody has the ability of doing this, but you know probably about 15% of people actually lean into this idea and practice it actively. And most of us go to the doctor or we just say, oh, I remember this symptom and this is the medicine I take.
Hmm.
And, teach its own is not, no way is bad, but I think everyone can be their own healer in some form. So
Hmm.
I've really kind of taken to that attitude for some reason.
I mean, I think it's all good. Anything that's going to contribute to your knowledge base and how to live a balanced, well, taking care of yourself, long life, then yeah, all for it.
Yeah. Anything else? Anything you're watching? Any outside of underarm detox? Is there anything else you're looking at?
I am currently I'm late to the party, but I'm currently watching the final season of Killing Eve. I don't know. Are you familiar with the show?
I'm familiar. I haven't seen it. I've seen like maybe one episode, and that was when it first came out, but I haven't gone back.
Yeah. I'm watching the final season, so no spoilers, but I'm enjoying it. And it's also kind of sad. I'm going through this thing where I've had these key shows that I've enjoyed in the last few years. Insecure, for one, right? We've talked about that. Killing Eve coming to an end, and it's really sad to me because these shows that are focused on women and these like full pictures of women and their relationships, their interests, them coming to an end is kind of sad to me. But I'm really enjoying watching it, and I won't give anything away for anybody that still hasn't seen it yet.
Mm, okay. Is that with the young lady from um Grey's Anatomy?
Yeah, so the main characters are Sandra Oh, or the main actors are Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer. I recently watched a clip on YouTube where they were talking about Jodie Comer and all the other film and television shows that she's done, how she is really, really good with accents. She's from Liverpool. And on Killing Eve, she speaks like any number of languages. Russian. She speaks with a Russian accent on the show, but she speaks in Russian, German, French, English, um, all kinds of languages. In Spanish, I think she did on the show. And it's really impressive how she slips into those dialects and languages so easily. I mean, she's a really gifted actor. And of course, we all are familiar with Sandra Oh from Grey's Anatomy and her acting as well. So it's a really solid show all the way around. The script, the dynamic between the characters, just their genuine energy that they bring to the dynamic is amazing.
Oh, I don't, so I started watching this show last season called The Flight Attendant, and then it came back out for a second season, and I started watching that a little bit more. It's like this flight attendant, goes on all these different, she goes on all these different cities. She got caught up in some type of crime that she didn't know all the answers to, but the person that was also kind of tangled up in this crime was talking to her from like a very like kind of ghostly way because he wasn't around, but she was talking to him on a regular basis. So this kind of like carried on, even though that story ended, it carried on to the next season with a different character. So that's actually been interesting. I've been watching a little of the outtakes of that. And that's just like every now and then. But there was something else. I just watched The Anatomy of a Murder. Oh no, The Anatomy of a Scandal.
Oh, what do you think?
On Netflix. I thought it was good. I thought that it's this gray area of, and this is, I don't know if we've talked about this. I've talked about this with quite a few people, but it's this gray area of like sex crimes, right? Like, you know, the one partner thinks that it's a go. The other partner is actually not, is very shocked that this is happening. So they're like silent and just like shocked. And between both of those actions, there is no definitive answer. So, a sex crime can happen, right? I'm being very general, so I'm not giving anything away. But the conversation is about, you know, the ambiguity and grayness of what's considered a sex crime.
Definitely want to check that one out then, since it sounds like it comes recommended. No, that's what I'm into these days. We're reading books, watching shows, doing underarm detoxes. Highly recommended.
All righty. Well, I am signing off.
Bye, Mecca.
Catch us next time on Incense and Whiskey.
In the meantime, take a breath, have a sip,